So we're here on the Ocean Beach Pier. I'm with Tom and his 55
F100
Ford. And Tom, you've totally tricked this thing out. And first of all, since we've got some really killer sun, let's just take out the grill.
270 rings approximately. Loose count. I have to sit down with paper and count them out, write them down. It's approximately 500 welds. Every connecting point on each one of the rings is a TIG weld. Rings are solid, very heavy. They were military parachute rings, surplus.
Nice.
Can't find them.
And we definitely got to talk about the exterior.
Oh.
Okay, so this is the newest thing that's out there.
Yes.
And what do you actually call it?
It's called Fuzz.
Fuzz. Okay.
I call it Fuzz. See, her clothes even match the color of this right now.
Yeah.
It's called Fuzz, and it's electrically applied, very similar to powder coating paint. You electrically charge the metal base material, and then you put down a bonding agent, and the fibers are able to go to the product, to the parent material, 200,000 fibers per square inch.
200,000 fibers per square inch. That's awesome.
Yes.
So basically, right here where I'm touching, that's like a felt, almost like
Correct.
a felt type surface.
Correct. It's a felt type surface. It's a new thing. It's cutting edge. It's very similar to the first Batmobile that had come out
right
in the early '60s, and there were some people that had done this in the '60s, but it didn't take off. It was very difficult for them to find an adhesive base that could adhere the fibers and have them stay. They're nylon fibers. You can go to the car wash, high pressure blast it with water, cleans them all out, cleans the fibers.
That's awesome. So once those fibers are on there, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere.
And you're basically getting a lot of orders right now to customize cars and trucks. Now you got it on the hood up here too, or up on the roof.
Yes, I do.
And this is like a different...
It's a totally different type of a texture. Up here is an experiment. I don't know if you want to go that high. But this basically, it's all a full experimental type truck. So, different texture throughout this, just for when people touch it. And plus there's an effect that it has when you come down in line with it. It'll start to ruby up. You can see how the line, how it rubies up.
Right.
That's what that is. It's a black application to the tail of the pickup truck here and the bed rails.
I like this color that you put right along the edge of the back window.
Thank you. That's a detail. I stacked it. It's a double stacking on top of it. They aren't butted up. It's a stack, like a two-story.
Man, how they get to...
Kind of laid it out, reverse scallop here, reverse scallop to the top, up that way. Just a nice little detail for the top of the window. Yeah, I don't think that's been done before. And this is black. This black here is very similar, pretty much exactly the same as the original Batmobile. I talked to George Barris, he's the creator of the Batmobile, and this is what they used on the Batmobile.
It's the same
very
type
similar
of
process, yeah. Each one of the hairs are standing on end, perpendicular to the surface area. Also, they're not lying down.
Wow.
They're 40 thousandths in length. All of them precisely cut. 40 thousandths in length nylon fibers.
That's a nice sharp line you've got on there too.
Yeah, this is a nice line. You lay them out. You can lay it out very similar to paint, but it's not an overlay. They're actually butted up to each other. So that's a line that's butted up to each other.
Right.
So a lot of paint work, they'll overlay pieces, but on this one I didn't want to have it any higher than what the other one was, so I butted them up and did not use any pins to create a demarcation line. I just didn't want to see one just yet.
Right.
So that's what that is.
And I love this piece you put on the back.
This is the stock tailgate that I removed the center section out of, and then used the roll bender and created the butterfly effect, or a seagull. Some people look at it, they think it's a seagull, but it's more of a butterfly roll bender. And then this is an inner panel here that's of hammered aluminum and is fully polished with a framework that's in the purple that can be removed, so I can change this panel out if I wanted to go with a copper type of a look or any other kind of a look. I can change it out.
Yeah, that's definitely one of a kind, and I know we've been out here for what, maybe about an hour or so, and there's been a ton of people that have all walked by that have wanted to feel that thing.
Very unusual.
And you just got back, and I love these white walls and the hubs on here. Those are really nice.
Yeah, those are Coker tires. They give you whatever you want.
But which show was it? You were just at a show last week? Last weekend?
Yeah, I had gone to the Primer Nationals and talked to many people. Hundreds of people put their hands on the truck because it's so unusual. Hundreds of women put their hands on the truck. They love the truck because it has that velvet type soft, black velvet dress or you know, whatever.
Right.
It has a soft velvety type feel to it, and they really got a great reception there. Excellent connections.
So if somebody's watching this video on YouTube, what's your phone number? How do they get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me, area code 619-980-7951. 980-7951.
Perfect. Plus,
Tom
we'll post the contact information on the SoCal Beaches Magazine website. We'll have the truck featured on the SoCal Beaches Magazine site with more photos and still images and that, so kind of showcasing all the parts of it. So that website address is www.socalbeachmag.net. And hey, Tom, thank you very much for bringing this thing out here. It looks great out on the Ocean Beach Pier.
Thank you very much, Sean.